everyone. So today we are gonna discuss about one of the main emerging technology in the past few years, which will beneficial for our companies like startup companies like you guys. So I'm just gonna share my screen very quickly. I believe that you guys can see my screen. So yeah, it's none other than the robotics technology, which is a very great innovation technology for a healthcare startup like you guys. Moving forward, I would gonna be discuss about this agenda throughout my presentation. Well, before moving to the medical robotic industry, I would like to highlight few points about the general overview of the robotics technology and the industry. So as you can see in the graph, the robotics technology market size is continuously growing. So what is robotics? Everyone's know that robotics is a machine which has been behave or which has been operate, which is very similar to the human brain, as well as that can be autonomous and semi-autonomous. So as you can see in the graph, by 2023, the market share of the robotic technology will gonna be nearly around 300 billion. So it's with compound annual growth rate of 14.7%, as well as there's going to be 3.4 million industrial robotics in the industry, as well as there's no doubt that the company is going to be put their budget around at least 25% for their robotics technology as a habit when moving forward with the years. Moving forward, I would like to talk about the medical robotics market. So as you can see in the future, as you can see the graph actually, uh, as well as the robotics general technology industry, the medical robotic market is also highly growing by 2030. So the 2022, the market value was 21.2 billion, and also the market research and the market facts are expected to grow with 16.9% of compound annual growth rate in the medical robotic market by 2030. And also the 70% of 71% of medical executives, medical experts are agreeing with agreeing that the robotics technology has should be in the healthcare industry. Also, it's expected to do 40 to 50% of autonomous, as well as 45 to 50% of non-autonomous or semi-autonomous surgeries in the future. Also, if we see the surgical robots gonna be the next future for the healthcare industry. Moving forward, if you see this medical robotics system market of the which has been categorized by the regions or by the world, you can have an idea like how much the robotics technology has been caught by the world. Moving forward, if we see about the global robotic process automation in the healthcare by the components of the healthcare, we can see the highest, most scored component is the implementation, which is the surgeries. Also, if you can see in the second graph, which proves that the thyroid cancer surgery, which is a very common surgery in the world right now, it is going to be around 38% increase by doing the robotics technology. Moving forward, what are the types of the robots in the healthcare industry in the future? According to my viewpoint, and if you research about the robotics technology, you will know that there will be 99% of the future in the healthcare gonna be on robotics. If you see the types of the robotics in healthcare, there is the surgical assistance, the modular, the service, mobile robotics, social robotics, as well as the autonomous robotics. So this surgical assistance, of course, there's going to be help for the surgeries for the medical experts to giving in order to help in the surgeries, as well as giving the best visual quality surgery facilities, as well as the surgical training. Also in the module, gonna be module robotics gonna be monitor the process of the patients, as well as the track the process of the patients, and also the service robotics and the social robotics. Those robotics will be help to keep the ground level activities of the healthcare very smoothly, like preparing the patient rooms, keep tracking on the supplies of the hospitals, allows encouraging the patients to be uh, very health conscious, as well as provide a very cognitive engagement to the patients. Also, this mobile healthcare robotics gonna be able to transport the machines as well as the patients throughout the hospital area, as well as the autonomous going to be 100% automated robot which will do the certain task without or even ordering. Moving forward, so the most question which is on your mind gonna be this: so just the robotics is necessary for the healthcare? Because there are a people it's still not sure about the technology, it's not very comfortable about the high technology, but does really the robotics need to be in the healthcare? So so my answer would gonna be none doubtfully yes, because the number of the individuals gonna be in 2050 will be 2.1 billion elder people. So more of the population gonna be elderly people, which will highly need to be supported by the robotics or whatever other technology. So why we should use robotics? So whenever the high population is gonna be elderly people, we will need more medical staff, more medical facilities, more healthcare emergencies, and etc. So we all know that the North American regions, the countries such as USA, Canada, and Mexico, these countries are suffering from the less number of medical experts and less number of medical staff. So there's the best options gonna come is the robotics, as well as whenever the robotics comes to the healthcare industry, it will replace the high risk jobs such as the radiotherapists, as well as the raw jobs that the human being are neglected to do. Also, that this will obviously minimize the number of medical professional gap in the industry, as well as this will be a good opportunity to the medical staff to face incidents such as COVID-19 or the other pandemics which we have to face in the future. All right, so moving forward, so this graph will show you how the North American region is highly caught by the robotics industry. So this is one of the main reasons that a startup company like you guys have to be keep your foot on the robotics technology in order to get the competitive advantage, in order to play with the other competitors, in order to be differentiated. Moving forward, why robotics? So there are like so much emerging technologies in the market, I would say. There's AI, there is machine learning, there is nanotechnology, there are many more technologies. But why robotics stand for healthcare? That's because the main characteristic which robotics has, which is the blending characteristics with the other technologies. Robotics is easily blending with the other technologies such as the artificial intelligence, the machine learning, and many more technologies. And this blending with the other technologies will give the birth to memorizing innovation in the future. And also the another beneficial activity from the robotics is whenever they are emerging with the other emerging technologies, we get the access to build up the robots depending on the control level. So we can decide whether the machine we create, whether the robotic robots we create are doing the repetitive task, or whether it's some sort of decision making task which is integrating with the machine learning, or the both. So we can decide whatever the ones we need. Moving forward, the digital integration. Whenever the robotics is integrate with the AI and machine learning, it will influence four aspects of the robotic processes to improve the productivity. Those are the vision, grasping, motion control, as well as the data. Moving forward, if we have an idea about the 5-year roadmap which we are proposing for your company, so that's going to be for 5 years, and that's going to be based on the assessments and the pilot implementation, the scaling and the integration, as well as the optimization and the expansion, as well as the future planning. Moving forward, I would discuss about this 5-year planning very broadly. So before we invest in the robotic technology, because that's not gonna be like a very similar capital, right? That's going to be a huge capital. So the technology assessment and planning will be our first step, which we going to be implement in the first year. So that's complete with the need of the assessments, the technology scouting, as well as the feasible study, which basically means we will be doing a feasibility test for the determined technologies and determined areas where we going to implement our robotic technologies, as well as in the pilot implementation we will be doing a pilot survey to that will be more like a test run to check the success rate of the robotic technology to associate functions within the healthcare company. So once the pilot survey give us good results, once we are comfortable with the results, once we are confident with the results, we can go for the third year, which is the scaling and integration, which we are going to implement, which means the full implementation of the robotic technology for the company. In this year, we're going to be training all the staff to educate them how to use the robotic technology and how to increase the productivity with the robotics. In the fourth year, we would be optimization as expansion. So depending on the results we would get with the full implementation, we can decide whether we are doing an expansion or we are not. So this is gonna be on highly on data driven, and the expanded integrations is gonna be to the other branches of the company. Well, in the fifth year, we will be continually doing the R&D and the evaluation and the strategic decisions about the long-term strategy. So that's going to be the 5-year plan, as well as I would like to talk about the DLKP, which is another hypothetical initiative or system. This system will gonna be help us to keep the vendor databases very extensive, as well as the vendor matching, so we can use with the algorithm to data analysis, as well as to provide solution, which is very unique to the technological requirements, as well as the vendor review ratings and the further discussions. Moving forward, what are the advantages and the competitive advantage we get whenever we use the robotic technology? So, robotic technology is ensure the quality and consistency, because the robots are doing exactly what we dare ask. So there's going to be no service gap whenever we delivering the customer service to our patients. There's going to be very equal um, treating to all patients, as well as the quality consistency will be consistent, as well as the second one, the speed and the scalability. So when we use in the humans, there are like many more human errors happening, there is many more discriminations happening, there are many more practical issues with the humans are happening when we dealing with the humans. But when we are dealing with the robots, it's going to be very speed, it's going to be consistent. Also the efficiency rate going to be very high. Also, we can have many more cost savings in our long term, even though we have to invest some in the uh, initial years. And also we can be the market differentiation with the robotics when we adapt to the robotics technology as our unique selling point, as well as we can grab the competitive advantage as an early adopter for the robotics without waiting for another years. And also the global reach, we can easily touch the global reach with the robotic technology. As a startup company, you can actually keep a very giant footstep to the future, and that's gonna be very effectful whenever you are competing with the major players in the market, as well as the adaptability and the innovation. So the technology, whenever we are using the robotics technology, we can easily adapt to any other technology, since it's blending with any other technology, it's very easily. And also all our decisions gonna be on data driven, it's all databases, so the decisions are very accurate to the data and the base. So moving forward, so you will be wondering what the future would be with the healthcare. So I believe within another 10 years, the people will be buying a personal assistant robotic, personal and robot machine to themselves. just to be care about their health, the homework, and everything. But depending on the fact, since by 2015 there will gonna be more elder people, I believe there's gonna be a huge demand for a medical robot, as same as the demand here we are having today for a smartwatch, as well such as an iPad, a new iPhone. That's gonna be same demand for a personalized robot. So that's all for the today. These are the references. Let me know if you have any question regarding the presentation. Thank you.